Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I will walk you through another web project I built with HTML and CSS. This one is called DESIGNO. It's a modern landing page that includes a header, a hero section, some cards feature in sections, and footer. Let's go step by step. First, at the very top we have the header. I wrapped all of its content in a div with a class named header. Here I used display flex and align item center. Flex box makes it easy to arrange items in a row, and align items center keeps them perfectly aligned vertically. I also gave the header some padding 40 pixels, 90 pixels, 0 and 90 pixels again. This means 40 pixels on the top, 90 pixels on the right, 0 pixels on the bottom, and 90 pixels on the left, so the content doesn't touch the edge of the browser and looks balanced. Inside the header there is a small logo image, the brand name DESIGNO, and 3 navigation links, our company, locations, contact. Notice that I used margin left out for one of these divs. This pushes it all the way to the right side, which is a common trick with Flexbox. Next is the main hero box. I created it with a div called main box. Here I again use Flexbox, but this time with just justify content space between that spreads the text on the left and the image on the right. I added a background color, rounded corners with border radius 15 pixels and some padding inside. The text includes a heading, a short description, and a button. Notice the CSS property line height. For example, the heading has line height 1.4. This controls the vertical spacing between lines of the text. If I didn't add the line height, then text would look squished. Together with line height, it becomes more readable. After the hero, we have a cards section. It contains one large image on the left and 2 smaller images stacked on the right. To achieve this, I used Flexbox again with a container called cards. Inside there is one white image and a div called cards in. The cards in uses flex direction column, which means it's 2 child images stacked vertically instead of horizontally. I also added a cap 15 pixels so the 2 images don't stick together. Then comes the circle section. It shows 3 boxes: passionate, resourceful, and friendly. Each box has an image, a heading, and a short description. The parent container uses Flexbox to place all 3 boxes in a row, and I added cap 130 pixels to give them even spacing. Inside each box I used text align center so that the content is centered under each circle. Again, I used line height 1.5 in the paragraph to make the small text easier to read. Now below that there is a pink box with a call to action. This section invites the user to talk about their project. I used a background color, white text, and rounded corners. Here you will notice a property position, relative, and top 80 pixel. This means the element is still in the normal flow of the page, but I can shift it down 80 pixels. Why? Because I wanted the pink box to slightly overlap the section above, which gives a more stylish design. Finally, we have the footer. The footer has 2 main parts, the top and the bottom. At the top there is the logo again and the navigation menu. At the bottom I added the company address, contact information, and social media icons. Here I used Flexbox again to distribute items evenly. One important property here is Flex Wrap. Normally Flexbox keeps everything in one row, but if the screen is too small, the content would overflow. With flex wrap items automatically move to the next line when there isn't enough space. I also used line height 1.6 for the footer text, which improves readability by adding extra vertical spacing between lines. And that's the full DESIGNO project. We started with the header and navigation, moved on the hero section, then the image cards, the feature circles, and the pink call to action box, and finally the footer. Along the way, we used important CSS properties like padding, line height, position, relative, top, and flex wrap. These are very useful tools for building professional layouts. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.